Pan blind bidding is coming to Canada. How it's going to impact the people who are even struggling to buy their first home? What will be the overall process look like? Is it going to impact the price affordability? Hello friends, in today's video we are going to discuss the overall scenario of banning blind bidding. And before we start this video, don't forget to press the subscribe button or the thumbs up like button, because we recently found the people who are pressing that thumbs button, they are getting qualified for their first home. Let's dig the roots for banning the blind bidding process. It all came from last year's federal elections when the Trudeau government promised to introduce a home buyer's bill of rights. As per that bill, the first condition was to banning the blind bidding, which prevents the bidders from knowing the bids of other prospective buyers. The overall process was to ensure more transparency and increasing the affordability, because you have a blind bidding that is happening, it's driving the home prices. Now let's try to understand how the auction process works. Seller will define a reserve price. Reserve price is the lowest price the seller is going to accept. This reserve price, as the name indicates, it's not disclosed to the auctioneers, to the bidders. Basically, what happens on the auction day, the auctioneers come in, the people who want to buy the property, they register themselves and they put bid on the property. Now, for example, seller's reserve price is $500,000 and the bids for the two buyers who are on the auction, they put it around 490, another bid is for 480, and it's an open process. Everybody knows the price what is being put. Now, as a seller, he has two options. Because the reserve price is not met, the property is not sold yet, it's on the market, he might reduce the reserve price so that it meets it, or he can negotiate with the top bidder to get the deal done. So overall, the process is to make it look very transparent, and you being as a buyer, you are with your real estate agent or you are by yourself, you know what is the value you are putting for that property and what is your competitor putting into that. Now let's talk about how it's going to increase the price affordability for first time home buyers or anybody buying their home. Open bidding, as we already know, it's already implemented in the nations like Australia and New Zealand. Most of the homes are getting sold in that process. Imagine you're sitting in an auction, you are a buyer and you saw that property, you really liked it, and somebody bids $500,000 for that property. What will happen? Are you going to miss that property just by more 2,000? What you'll do? You'll bid 2,000 more about that, and same will happen to the other buyers. They'll bid more. What we want to say is it's going to create an emotional fight among buyers, because they know what is happening in the process. They really like the property. Both those buyers like it. They are unnecessarily creating the competition, which is forcing the price of that property, which was not the right price even. They just put more price into that. Do post your comments. What do you think about that? If you are a buyer sitting in that auction, will you let go that property just by 5,000 or 10,000 because you missed in that auction? So that's a question to ask, how this open bidding will increase the price affordability for housing. The most important question, when it's going to come in Canada. It's coming very soon, because as per the new CREA, that is Canadian Real Estate Association, new pilot program for which is allowing home buyers to register for the offers. It's already in progress, because they are planning to launch it in the summers in the selective markets across the country. What will happen in the process is they'll show the real-time tracking in property website called realtor.ca. So that will be very interesting scenario to look into, because most of the properties what we have seen recently, like before the interest rate hike and all those regulations coming from the government, we were always in multiple offer scenarios. So what will happen is, once this pilot program is successful, you know the real price of the property, you bid accordingly, it might be implemented across all the provinces. Do post your comments. What do you think? How it's going to regulate our hot housing market? In the end, again, don't miss that offer of liking this video, because you never know when you'll be selected for your first home. Thank you. Thanks for watching.